Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Say It Out Loud GG podcast. Here we have a special guest, Kristina Roman. But before we get into that, once again, let's thank our sponsor, La Cienciani Style, and Anointed, Chris Collins by Anointed's newsletter. Thank you for sponsoring this program. And today we have Kristina Roman. I would say we only know each other for about a year, maybe a little bit more than a year. But let me tell you, she is the founder of Roman Coaching Academy, which I definitely want to get into that. But Christina, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are and a little bit about your background.
Hey, so hi everybody. I'm Kristina Roman. I am um, a, a business coach under Roman Coaching Academy. And a little bit about myself. Let's see. I am a mom. I am a full-time employee at the same time. So I'm a worker and a business owner. And I am just a normal, regular, schmegular person, just living the good life, to be honest, just doing what I have to do every day to keep going. My son is 19 now, and he's recruiting for the Air Force, which is amazing. So I think I have a month of him before he goes and does his thing. And other than that, I've been doing my thing. I also have another business, DK's Balloon Saloon, and it's a balloon business, is a balloon decor. I love that business. I put up balloon arches, balloon decor, parties, table centerpieces, all that good stuff. And I like to party, so it's a
I know that's right. Let me tell you. And that's right. We're regular, smegular, how you said, people. We're normal people that have ambitions, that have goals and everything behind it. How did you start your business coaching? Where did that come from?
So to be honest, I was working at a company, and I was there for 10 years. And what happened was, I started leveling up. So I started in the company. I was coming uh, as an entry level worker. Then I became a lead, supervisor, manager, then senior manager. This is over 10-year time span. Okay. At When I got to 10 years, there was a big reduction in people. Like 2,000 people were let go, and I was one of them. So during that time frame, I started teaching others. I did coaching for others who wanted to get into leadership positions, but they weren't there yet. So they was like, Christina, how do I do this? Or how do I do that? Or, I just want to do well so that my boss notices me. Or how do I do certain things? So what I would do is I would coach them on the side, and help them get to where they wanted to be. And I had a pretty good track record, to be honest. I think I helped 6 or 7 people get promoted during the time frame that I was doing that. So I love to help people. I love coaching, cheering you on, making sure that we're on the right track, and just doing what we're supposed to be doing to be what we consider successful.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I love that. I love that you said, I have a track record. Listen, period. Because sometimes we have to keep it clear because we are the most that celebrate ourselves. We are the least that celebrates ourselves. I'm sorry. So we have others celebrating you, but the fact that you could say, hey, yeah, and I do have a track record. I did. That is great. Where were you when I needed that, right? For me to get a promotion, it was so hard. But you know what? Nothing is impossible. And I always say that you have to be passionate about what you do in order to do it. And you could see it by just the way you're speaking about it. You could tell that you're passionate. Another passion is the balloon decor. Talk a little bit about the balloon decor and how did that start? Because I've seen your balloon decor. They're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. So my sister, believe it or not, got engaged, and I was throwing her engagement party. Do you know that I woke up? Well, I wake up every day around 3:30 in the morning, every single day. So I would get up at 3:30, get ready to start my day, and then from 4 o'clock to like almost 7 a.m., I will watch YouTube videos of how to decorate or how to make crafts and stuff, because it was months in the making for her party. So I'm like, this is fun. I loved it. Like, I would get excited about waking up so that I can watch these and make little things for her party. And I'm like, I saw a balloon one. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Then I saw a balloon twisting and making like different balloon animals. I was like, oh, that's even better. So I started ordering stuff, and I just started creating. And I was like, oh man, this is great. What if I was able to make money doing this, because I love it? So what I did was I did her party. It came out beautiful. Like, everybody loved it. It was amazing. So once I did that, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to start the business. And then remember, I was let go from my job. So I was like, you know what? I need to do something anyway. So it was more of a hustle and trying to make money, along with finding out something fun for me to do. So that's what I did.
Oh, and that's awesome. Oh my God. So let's talk about this 3 in the morning, boo. Like what is that?
I use Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas, he's like the number one motivational speaker in the world at the moment. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, he does this Thank God It's Monday, TGIM, and it's on YouTube. So this is years in the making. Probably like 7 years ago, I started watching his Thank God It's Monday, and he would post it at 3 a.m. every Monday. So I was like, okay, not that I had to be the first one to watch his videos, but it was motivating, and I wanted to like get my day started and do things. And he woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. He was successful. He was like a role model to me in what business should technically be. So I was like, you know what? Let me start getting up early. And then my body just got used to it after a while. Now I can't sleep in. If it's 7 o'clock and I just wake up, I feel like I lost half of my day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I wake up a little less than that. I wake up at 6 in the morning. But my body, even without an alarm, how incredible is our body? Because even without an alarm, my body knows to wake up at that time.
Yep.
So, and do you feel like you could accomplish so much between them hours? Like
Yes.
between, yes, okay.
I feel like it's 2 days in one. Like, because I sometimes need to nap. There's no way that I can just stay up from 3 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. So what I do is 3 a.m. to 7 ish. I get a ton done because that's my focus time. And then I could take a nap from like 7 to 8 or 8:30 or whatever. And then I start my day with work. So it just depends on the day if I do take a nap or if I'm gonna take a lunch nap or something. But I'm napping. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that was the other question. I have twins. They're 5 years old. They're going to six. And I'm exhausted. By seven, I'm
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. There's no GG in the house. Like even in in the groups that we're in, like you see me at seven, I'm literally just like hanging in there by a thread. I'm like I'm
I,
tired. So
I
the
love
fact that you could balance that, like you could just kind of say, "Hey, I might start that," or to other people, right? Because if it works for you and it functions for you, why not try it? So that's something I'm gonna try. Thank you, Christina. That's something I'm gonna definitely try to apply in my life, right? To see if it works, and if it doesn't work, we'll do another podcast of all the it didn't work for
right.
Gigi.
Don't.
Yeah. So, what has been one of the most challenging things when it comes to your business that has been challenging, and how have you overcome them? Like, if you could give an example, like because being an entrepreneur and having your own business is really a struggle and it's really hard. So, if we're going to be realistic with it, what has been one of the most hardest struggle, and how do you find yourself just overcoming that moment?
The hardest thing for me at the beginning was steady income. So, because the whole purpose of the hustle is to make money, right? Yes, we want to impact lives. We want to make people happy. We want to do all the great things. But at the end of the day, we got bills to pay and we got to hustle and make that money. So the hardest part was the steady money, but I learned along the way that if you're consistent and you don't have to do the same thing, but you do the almost the same things every day. So you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you're doing what you have to do to make your money, then it's starting to flow better. Then um the other main struggle that I would say is my mindset, because every once in a while we can get those little inklings like, okay, like, am I even supposed to be doing this? Like, why don't I just go apply for another job? Or why don't I, and you kind of lose your thought and your way, in regards to the impact that you're truly making on people's lives. So you're being kind of in your own head. So that's like one of the main things. You have to continuously talk yourself into knowing that you're worth it, knowing that you can do it, knowing that you like whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter if it's a balloon business, a coaching business, a brick and mortar salon, or whatever it may be. Anything that you want to do, you can do it if you put your mind to it, and you have to be consistent every single day.
Yes, consistency is the key for sure. And thank you for a reminder of that, Christina. Let me tell you, I have real talk here. I used to go live more before than actually now that I'm like full blown in business mode. And I guess it's more the time, but I think that's my excuse. And it's true because I used to be consistent with my lives, like really consistent. And I don't have no problem going live. Like it's not like I'm like camera shy or anything else like that. But I stopped doing that. So this is a great reminder. So thank you, Christina. We learn something every day. That message was for me out of all people. Our audience are going to hear this, but you see how God work in mysterious ways because that message was totally for me.
Love
So
it.
yeah. So what would you say for all those people, all them audience out there that are seeing you, right? Women, men, teens. What would you say, or what would advice would be from a coach, right? From a business coach, from a business aspect, from a business owner, from a human being that you are? What advice would you give them if they want to become an entrepreneur or want to start their own business, or or is thinking about it and the scare, right? The mindset, that whole thing, just get a normal job, that's a guaranteed money, then having to do that. What advice would you give them?
My advice would be there is more than one way to get to a destination. So you can take the straight line, try to get there as quick as possible. You can go in circles, go around, go above, squiggly lines, whatever it may be. But just know that your thought process and your ideas are excellent. And if you have a thought process, maybe it hasn't been done before, maybe it's something new, it's innovative, whatever that may be, you can do it. So don't get put off if it's not the normal track. There's many ways to that destination. So remember, if you're going to take that straight line, go ahead and do your thing and follow someone who's already done the process. Or if you're going to be innovative and do things a little bit differently, it's acceptable. It's great. I will coach you and cheer you on. So just keep doing your thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's excellent advice because it's exactly that. Either you're going to do it or you're going to need this coaching and this whole personality right behind you that you need, because I remember that when I started doing this, I didn't know about business coaching. I didn't know anything. I knew after you start doing the networking, then you start finding out that there are business
Right.
coaching and everything else. So mostly of what I know has been like hardcore, like, oh, I kind of just fell down, had to get myself back up kind of stuff. But the fact that, like you said, your ideas are perfect the way they are, right? Everybody delivers different, and that is an incredible message, Christina. So how can people reach you? What is the academy? I want to talk about that before we go into that. What is the academy? What is the coaching academy, and why academy?
Well, academy, because it's almost like school. Some people are great at school, some people are not so good at school, but we got to learn something sometime, right?
Mm.
So when we're in the process of trying to understand, okay, what next, we're in learning mode, whether we know it or not. And it's just, the academy gets you started. So you're new to business, you're new to entrepreneurship. We got to get your mind right, right? Then we have to make sure with that mind frame that we're moving and progressing so that you can get your wins. So we get you started, your business started the right way, because there's a lot of side hustles out there that's just hustling on the side and nobody's reporting nothing or
Mm.
whatever.
That part.
um, if you do it the right way and you create your business entity, whether you run under your name or a business name, we set that up properly. And then now that you're legit, then you go do your thing. Like we teach you making a business plan. We talk about scaling your business, meaning how to make the money work for you after you start making it, and just lots of different topics. So the program, it's a coaching course that we go through, one-on-one coaching, and it's about 12 weeks long. And every week, it's almost a new topic every week, depending on how you get through it. And yeah, it's just the whole process of learning, getting started, and starting to run with your business.
Ooh, yes. And how can they reach you? How can they get in touch with you if they need include emails, website, and social media, honey?
Okay, social media, Roman Coaching Academy on Instagram, DK's Balloon Saloon, and that's DKS Balloon Saloon. That's on Instagram as well. And then Facebook, I'm on there all the time. It's like my light is always green, even if it's the middle of the night, because I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, but email info@romancoachingacademy.com. If you have any questions you need to get at me, send me an email. I'll make sure to email you right back.
Yes, yes. And we'll leave all their information down in the description. Go follow her on all her social media. Show support, show love, show everything. Thank you, Christina, for just accepting this invitation, accepting for me to highlight you, highlight what you do is incredible. And this is just the beginning of many things that we're going to build together. So I want to say thank you. And before we close it out, let's thank our sponsors. Once again, La Cienciani Style and Anointed by a newsletter by Chris Collins. Thank you, everyone.